Hello, welcome to Toffee TV's the Everton News Daily. Everton drew 2-2 at Nottingham Forest, I'm sure you all know, yesterday at the City Ground, and Deitch held his post-match press conference. I got a few clips from that conference. And first of all, this is his thoughts on the performance.
Well, pleasing for the performance. Result got away from us didn't get away, but a point away here. They've got a good home record, we knew that. But very pleased with it, a lot of the performance. Mistake for the second goal when we stripped the midfield. We don't need to at that stage of the game, but that's a continued learning kind of curve of managing the game and working from your shape even when attacking. But a lot of good things today. We wanted to come down there and take the game on. That was clear from the first half, which we did do. Created chances, got a penalty. Amazed we didn't get a second one, but I don't know what gets a penalty anymore. You touch someone on their shoulder, they go down, it's a penalty. Seamus clearly gets their lad, puts his foot in front of him, kicks the back of his foot, and apparently that's not. I don't know where that lives. But other than that, an overall very strong performance from us, I think, on the back of a big shift at Arsenal. Forget the scoreline, it's a big physical shift down there. You've got to work hard. So to respond from that and take the game on today as we did was very pleasing also.
Yeah, there you go. Personally, I thought we were okay in spells, poor in other spells, poor second half. I think we weren't amazing, but I think Forest were a bit rubbish, and I think we were there for. I think they were there for the taking. I do think we were a bit hard done by in the first half. I thought we should have had a penalty, and Sean Dyche did so too. This is what he had to say about the challenge on Seamus Coleman in the first half.
No, I asked the referee. He said he didn't think it was a penalty, and I said, well, I don't know what is then, because at the end of the day, the reason, my way of looking at it is, I was a defender, and when someone goes and they're broken in front of you, if you touch or you're around them, even when I was playing, which was donkeys years ago, by the way, but even then it's a penalty, but apparently he said, no, he felt he kicked the back of his foot, and I said, yeah, he kicked the back of his foot. Do you know why? Because he put his foot in front of his foot. So it prevents him. So imagine now he's on goal, and that happens. Do you think it's a penalty? I think it's a penalty. It gets given. You know what I mean? If he's on goal and he's going to shoot, and the defender puts their foot in front of yours and you kick the back of that, I'm telling you, that gets given as a penalty. So
yeah, there's not really anything else I can add, to be honest. It was a blatant pen in my opinion, and I understood, them looking at it. They look at the angle and they say, well, he wasn't fouled because Seamus Coleman kicks Colback, but if Colback puts his leg in, if Colback touches the ball and hits the ball away from Coleman, and then Coleman does hit Colback Colback's touched the ball, but if Colback puts his leg there or his foot and doesn't touch the ball, then all Colback's done is put a leg out, and if you're behind him, then you've just stopped Coleman from shooting. If that was outside the box and he was through and goal like Deitch says, and he put a leg in between Coleman's feet and Coleman's been tripped up by it, then it's a red card, or if it's in the box, it's a penalty. They probably looked at it and just gone, oh, Coleman's kicked him. That's just lazy. Why has Coleman kicked him? Because Colback's put a leg in there and he didn't touch the ball. So yeah, it is what it is. Blatant penalty. I don't think it's an excuse for why Everton dropped 2 points, because I think even then we should have, we were still in front. I think we should have gone and won that game anyway. But yeah, it's just a bit rubbish. And it's also ironic that Forest have come out and going to complain to the PGMOL over some of their decisions. I thought we should have had a penalty against them, so quite funny actually. The last clip, Sean Dyche was asked about his thoughts on the relegation battle and the fact that there's quite a few teams in the battle, and that's not normally the case, and this is what he had to say on Everton being in a relegation fight.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge of the division is there for all to see, and I mean, at the top, we always make this noise about how it's looking different. Well, if you notice, it's beginning to get back towards the top six being the top six. But outside of that, there's a chunk of clubs that are all in there, which we've got ourselves back into a better position. That would have been even better today, obviously, would have took all three. But it's a work in progress. It's got to be quick work, I know that. But I'm seeing it with myself, I'm seeing it with my staff, I'm seeing it every day on the training pitch. I can guarantee you results. I've told the lads that, but if we keep doing the right things, it increases your potential to get results. And I think that's a pleasing thing for me today. Come down and try and change the away story, try and change the feel, the rhetoric about the away performances of Everton Football Club. And I think that was on show today.
Yeah, there you go. I think this is one of those winnable games that could try and lift us out of the relegation fight, and it's another game where, for me, we dropped 2 points. The good thing is we didn't lose, so we didn't let Forest get away from us. They still got a game in hand on us, not like they'll probably win it, but we could have done with 3 points yesterday. We didn't, because we've now played more games than some of the teams around us as well. So hopefully we've got to focus on. You can always say we've got to ignore other teams' results, but no. Hopefully other teams around us drop points. I'll continue to drop points, and hopefully we pick up some points. But those winnable games are starting to run out now. We look at the home games. We've got the likes of Tottenham and Newcastle, which we'd like to think we can get 3 points out of. And then we got quite a few tough away games, like Chelsea and United. So I say United, they got beat 7-0 yesterday by a mid-table team. So moving on, MSP Sports Capital are edging closer to a minority stake in Everton. This has been going on for quite a while now, but there's rumours that it's going to be finalised this week. Hopefully that can get done ASAP, because I think the deal talked is them having 2 members on the board off their own people, and 25% share. Hopefully one day that might rise and they might buy more stakes in the club. The only thing we can hope for is that they've got really good input and can help the board and improve the board, and because it can't really get any worse at the moment, let's be honest. So fingers crossed that gets done this week. Bit of stadium news. Some steelwork has emerged on top of the 4-level West Stand. Internal walls are now visible in the West Stand, and also the construction partners Lang O'Rourke hope to have the South Stand roof complete by Easter. I was on a walk in New Brighton a couple of weeks ago, and you could look over the water, and it does look like a started like a proper stadium now. It's gone quite quick. It's flying up. Let's just hope that we're still in the Premier League when we move into it, and hopefully still in the Premier League next season as well, as we look forward to moving into it, because it'll be stressful if we get to Championship next season. Hopefully we don't, but if we do, and we're about mid-table at Christmas or something, then when we start flapping about spending another season in the Championship while moving into the new stadium, which isn't good at all. I wouldn't make a very good documentary. Finally, Everton women played at Walton Hall Park yesterday. They did get beat 2-0 by Aston Villa, goals from Daly and an own goal by Meg Finnegan. It's one they should have, or really they probably wanted to win. They've still got a game in hand on Villa after that game, but we sit 6th, Villa are 5th. We're on 19 points and Villa on 23 points. So if they won that game, they'd have gone above Villa with a game in hand into the top 5. But they were unlucky. Apparently, I didn't watch the game, but apparently they played well, but just got unlucky. An own goal and a Villa goal. It's actually the same result which finalised the men's game last week, 2-0 Villa at home, but unlucky. They seem to get quite a few results against us, Villa. I think the men's team haven't beat them for since they come up at home. But yeah, there you go. That's all the news for today. Let me know your thoughts on the Coleman penalty as well. I'm sure a lot of people think it was a penalty. Sean Dykes does, and for good reason. So yeah, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want more videos, including live daily exclusive videos, join us on Toffee TV Premier. There's a link in the description, or there'll be a QR code on the screen in about 2 seconds. Thanks for watching. See you later.